Well, howdy everyone. I hope everyone's having a good day so far. This video and the following videos that will be coming are all going to be a bit different from the first one. The first one was a bit more serious and was a bit of a more of a message and a statement. The rest of the videos will be vlogs basically, and they will be used to keep track of my progress and to make sure I stay on track. Main goals are to do some form of exercise every day, whether it be a actual workout or uh, a walk, long distance, at least 30 minutes to an hour or more. Uh, I have a long walk that when I have the time, it'll be a total of 3 to 4 hours of walking. But if I don't have a lot of time, then it'll be a short walk that's about 30 minutes, 45 minutes in total, which is pretty good. I think the total is around 1.5 miles. And no, it's about 2 miles actually. Um, one point something each way. And or do the actual workout, which I'll explain my workout when I actually do a workout video. Okay, the audio cut out here, so I'm gonna attempt to try to re-say what I'm saying. As I was saying, all of these videos I am playing catch up right now because the first one was supposed to go up on March 25th, and right now I'm recording on April 4th, and I already recorded and took pictures of everything I meant to do on those days. Now I am just trying to process everything and upload them. Now back to your regular scheduled program. So now what I'm doing is from March 25th till today, I'm going to be playing catch up, uploading everything from those days. It won't be a video per day exactly. Some of them I might just combine together because it's mostly just storytelling basically. But once I finally catch up, maybe then I can actually put more detail and effort into each individual video, which is the goal. For now, like some better music. It's been a busy past almost 2 weeks. Yeah, well, going on 2 weeks. And I got a lot done that I've been wanting to. I wish I was able to had did everything on the same day and uploaded it the same day to keep the progress going, because for me at least it was very don't know the word. A lot of progress was made. Stuff that's been working on for past 2 years, been trying to do, and was finally able to do it. So that's just a little bit of a hint, I guess, of what happened in the videos. So I'm gonna stop right here and continue on to whatever else I'm gonna say. Okay, now I understand these videos are not very good quality and are very unprofessional and probably look bad and sound bad. But I'm still gonna do them no matter what. Hopefully at least one person likes them, but even if no one likes them, ever watches them, I'm still gonna do them because I want to do them to motivate myself and help keep myself on track. Now, with that being said, I already explained what my goals are for the daily. Yeah, do some type of physical fitness to improve myself. And for the dieting, I've been like here and there still eating some things that are bad for me, drinking some things that are not good, like soda, eating chips sometimes, or even buying some chicken from a restaurant because it's late But my overall goal is to try to stick to eating mostly eggs, because it's the cheapest for overall, um, eating what's good for me, for the protein source and also the fat source. Um, I'm gonna eat. At first, my goal was actually to try to eat only like 4 eggs every day, um, to rapidly try to lose weight. But I did do it for a little bit, before I decided to do this. But it's not too realistic. I could do it, but I think I'm gonna wear myself out if I try doing that right away. So instead, I'm gonna do a minimum of try to eat 4 eggs every day, up to a maximum of even 18. Because at 18 eggs, it's only about 1,000 calories, and which is half of what the recommended daily intake is. My daily caloric, uh, not deficit, but my BMR is 3,500 calories. So at 1,000, only if I eat only 1,000 a day, I still am burning a lot of calories, just from my natural, uh, body, BMR. I'm not gonna redo this, so I'm just gonna leave it in. Uh, and that's the maximum. If I eat 18 eggs a day, it's about 1,000 calories. But realistically, for a couple of days, I ate only 6 eggs, and that's only around 300. And the eggs I'm eating are medium-sized eggs as well, not the large ones. So they only have about 60 calories each. So about 360 if I eat only 6. And I eat about 6 to 12. I've never had to eat 18 because I feel full pretty much. And even if I try eating more, I can't. So that's a very easy way of losing weight and not feeling hungry or anything. And for the amount of protein I get, my body is completely fine for muscle development and or not losing muscle at least. So that's for the diet. And for work, right now I have one job where I can only work 3 days a week and get about around $300 every week. And the goal right now is to get at least 1,500. At the moment, I have around 500 saved from working. So I'm a good way of progress already. So only a few more weeks, and I'll be able to reach my goal for financial needs on going to Italy. And the reason why it's only 1,500 is because buying a ticket going there is about 500. Coming back, it's another 400, so it's 900 for the flight. And for staying, if I get a really cheap place, it's about 200 or 300 a month, and I'm gonna be going for 3 months.
Sorry for the scratching sound.
So it's anywhere from 600 to 900. So really, the total should be about 1,800. But I don't really care about staying at a place. Um, I'll leave it to something good will happen eventually. And I also have another method of getting the money, but um, at least 1,500 is the amount I need before I were to get the ticket. And once you get the ticket, I'm gonna be buying ahead of time, about like 2-3 weeks. So in those 2 or 3 weeks, I imagine I'll get the extra money I need anyways. So to reiterate, I will need 1,500 for the ticket and anything else that goes with the plane, but really about 900. So really, I can just take about two more weeks, 3 to be safe, to finally get the ticket. And then once I purchase the ticket, which would be 2 or 3 weeks ahead of time, then with those 2 or 3 weeks, I can work more and get 600 to 900 more. And right there should be all the funds I would need for staying somewhere and going to Italy, and potentially covers for food. But that's something else that's separate, that I would have to look into. But at least for the main things, those are all I would need. So an additional 2 to 3 weeks for the ticket, and 2 to 3 weeks for food and staying somewhere. So the estimated time is looking like anywhere from 4 weeks to 6 weeks, with maybe throw in an extra week just for safety precautions. Like maybe I should work an extra week, to get a little bit of extra money. But that is with having only my one job. My goal is to get a second job so I can double what I'm making and get about 600 every week. So that way I can, half the amount of time that I actually need to collect money. So it could be even as little as 3 weeks. But that's hopeful thinking at 600 a week. For sure, if I can get a second job, I can make about 200 working 2 or 3 days, even 4 days at the second job, to get $200 more, plus the 300 from the first job for 3 days that I'm working. And at $500 a week, it'll take about 4 weeks to get $2,000, which is more than the amount of money I need. Okay, now I believe I got all the extra details out of the way. Now to explain the days. So 25th, I had spoke with my dream girl. Little funny saying that right now. Yeah, and not actually saying her name or anything. And also, especially because she actually kind of didn't like the nickname of Dream Girl. So, but I'm gonna keep using it anyways. And yeah, so on Monday, on the 25th, I had spoke with her and talked to her. I wasn't gonna initially tell her about what my plan was with all these videos and YouTube and everything, but I had talked to her after all, just because, I don't know, I feel like I had to tell her first, maybe kind of get her approval. Part of it too was I wanted her to actually tell me not to do it, and for her to tell me, yeah, like, it's not a good idea, I shouldn't do that, because then, yeah, it would have gave more reinforcement to the reason why I'm even doing this in the first place, because she wasn't listening to me when I was trying to talk to her about how I'm actually trying to do this, and for her to, well, basically just believe in me that I am trying. So yeah, Monday I had talked to her about this, which was initially when I was supposed to put that first video up, but I didn't. But now I have. So Monday was pretty much just a day of spending time with her. Mondays, because of the whole situation and how things are very shaky, we had agreed that Mondays would be the day that we would kind of ignore everything and actually embrace each other, and show our feelings to each other, and not try to hide them, and try to have like a shield, because both of us, our feelings are on the line that this whole thing could not work, and it was pretty much all for nothing, all the time and emotions that we had. So that's supposed to be a day of that we don't hide anything from each other and show our real feelings that we're afraid to show because of being afraid that maybe all this is just some kind of dream and none of it is real at all. So that was the Monday. And then on the following Tuesday, I was going to go downtown uh, to get my ID, something I've been trying to do for years, and again, trying, kind of not trying at the same time. Like there was one method, and I stuck solely to just the one method of trying to get my ID, and it was for me in particular a very difficult method. What I had needed was a renter's agreement, which would seem easy to get, but the thing is with me is I always stayed at places that um, were always, I guess, under the table rental agreements because I would pay them um, for renting a room, and they either um, yeah, they wouldn't charge me a lot, and for that I would just pay them, and it was not actually official um, that I was staying there. So it was very difficult to get some kind of letter that I can show the government saying, "Oh, I'm staying at this place and I'm paying this much money and all that stuff." Because the people who I stayed with, they didn't want to do that. Um, and I've gone to multiple places over the past 4 years really, 5 since I was, longer than that actually. But for years, I've always gone from place to place. I never stayed anywhere for longer than 6 months really. Um, and everywhere I go, it's always the same thing. No one really wants to do any kind of paperwork like that because obviously it affects their taxes. And so I always stayed with that method, and with that method, it was basically impossible for me to get my ID. I did kind of hope that maybe someone would actually do it. There were times when I really wanted someone to actually do it, but they never did. And part of me knew that they wouldn't too. And with that, I was able to stop myself from getting the ID because, again, like I explained, I was always afraid of her seeing me in person because of my feelings on my body. But now, um, I did more research and I figured out a way on how to get my ID. And I think this video is being long enough already, so I'm gonna end it here and consider this as explaining March 25th, the Monday. And then the next video will be the 26th. So, thank you for watching and listening. I'm sure this was not entertaining at all, but have a good day.